Having removed the hinge from the car now, you can actually see that this section here has been completely distorted, so we'll need to actually bend that back to its straight again. Also, we can actually see the movement of the broken pin, and it's broken on this side, and we're going to try and show you how to remove that pin. Right, with the dome side of the pin sticking up, this side sticking up, this has been swaged in at this end, or this top end, so we need to try and lift it. You can see the top end is coming out, it's come out, and that's where it's actually broken. You can actually see the pin in there actually broken. What's happened is it's not been oiled, and the pin is supposed to be stationary, being held on the splines, but it's actually rusted to the actual part of the hinge, and that's why it's cracked the top of the pin off. Having removed the top of the pin, what we need to do now is try and drive it through. And we're going to do this using a socket device. Bit of a fiddly job, and I guess it would have been an idea to actually soak it overnight. Like I say, I don't know if this is going to come out first time, but it would have been ideal to have soaked it. So we've got a socket on one side. The biggest bolt that we can find as far as a drive is concerned. Get everything as level as possible. Obviously we need to make sure we're pushing on the thing itself. And then literally give it as much pressure as you can. Try and drive the pin out the other side. Now that's all that's necessary is to get this pin driven out of this piece of metal, which is incredibly difficult. Even to have got it this far has taken a couple of hours. So we've got this now, just the pin. We've taken the brass bearings off, and once we've driven this out we can then drill it out as the 9.5mm for the new shoulder bolt that's going to use as the pin. So I've just hacksawed off the end of this shoulder bolt, and I've now also hacksawed off the this part here, which is just the actual shoulder, and we're going to use this shoulder to repair the door hinge. So I'm just driving the pin through all the sections again, and as soon as it's through and lined up, then we'll weld on the top. Right, so as you can see, that section's now been tied up, so we'll just stick some weld on there. Right, so there's the hinge pin welded back in, and now we've got perfect movement and no movement in the wrong direction. Well, I've just temporarily fixed the hinges back on the car so that we can put the door on and see where the bottom sill lines up. And just to say again, you can see that there's absolutely no movement up and down in either hinge now, whereupon they move perfectly okay.